Zanu PF goes after Eddie Cross' head for exposing mining corruption involving Chinese. We have seen Eddie Cross, while he says he's a friend to Mnangagwa, he's right, he wrote the autobiography of Mnangagwa, and he became very, very close to him, and they've been doing their stuff with him, getting a lot of tenders from Zanu PF. Eddie Cross remains outspoken, and he remains one guy who continues to speak things that normally are not spoken by people that are either in Zanu PF or connected to Zanu PF. In one of the interviews, I still remember Eddie Cross also mentioning that Wikino Chivayo is a thief and is not a businessman. The other time, Eddie Cross was also saying that Zimbabwean economy will never recover because there are so many people that are not in touch with exactly what is supposed to be done in the country. The people that are appointed politically are wrong people in the right offices. He said that in the past. So quite a lot of stuff that Eddie Cross has said. And this time around, he came out and he spoke about the corruption in the mining industry that is involving Chinese. And he even mentioned that there are over 85,000 Chinese that are doing mining in Zimbabwe. And these people are destroying the mining sector, and they are degrading the land and causing quite a lot of problems. And Zanu PF has not taken this lightly. We have seen Farai Marapira now angry because of what Eddie Cross has said, and has come out guns blazing. We saw also quite a lot of Varakashi who were also very angry with him, and they came out and spoke quite some ugly words against Eddie Cross. So Eddie Cross, is very friendly to Mnangagwa. I don't think there's anything that could happen to him because they are good buddies with Mnangagwa. But as for ZANU PF people, I think they will just have to say something because they are being exposed to very, very high levels of exposure. But for them to keep quiet, I think it would sound like an admission to them. So they have to be just coming out and at least say something. Unfortunately, they are now speaking language of threats, like what we are seeing or hearing from Farai Marapira. But the truth of the matter is that Eddie Cross is saying the truth. So ZANU PF people hate to be told the truth. And they've just decided that truth must just be killed totally in ZANU PF and in the country. Because some of the things that Eddie Cross says are important for ZANU PF if they would embrace the truth and would start to fix things according to his advices that he gives. It would help a great deal. But for them now to just want to be defensive all the time, vindictive, and want to fight anybody who talks to them about anything that is not going right, it doesn't really help. Because the very same mistakes that ZANU PF has made in the past is what has made them to lose popularity and also be disliked by the Zimbabwean people, to the point that where we stand today, ZANU PF is a party of its own, but it has no people. The people of Zimbabwe have rejected this party, and they know it. Because they've rejected the people, they've refused to take advice, they don't want to be told the truth. They've told themselves that even amongst themselves, they don't tell each other the truth. They would rather deceive each other with lies and comfort themselves in their lies. But is this going to be working at the end of the day? It's not going to help. At the end of the day, you find yourself in the dilemma that ZANU PF is facing today. Resistance from the people, failure to run progressive economies, failure to uphold the currency of the country, and everything else that ZANU PF would put their hands on will not work. It will not prosper. And that's the scenario that we see on the ground. So a lot of Varakashi are throwing stones at him. But the truth is, Eddie Cross is simply telling them the truth. And the truth breaks no friendship. But with ZANU PF, truth breaks friendship. So let me just maybe play the words of Farai Marapira in his anger against Eddie Cross. So Zim FM says here, don't cross the line. Zanu PF warns economist Eddie Cross. Claims by economic analyst Eddie Cross that over 85,000 Chinese are operating in Zimbabwe and looting billions of dollars are baseless. This was said by Zanu PF Director of Information, Farai Marapira. Right. So I think let me just play the video so you can hear for yourself.
Well, one thing they can surely expect is that we are going to keep on opening our doors for investment, and they must be more objective in the assessment of issues. We have attacks coming in from all corners and from all sometimes surprising people. I'll give an example of people like Eddie Cross. He wrote a full article, spent a lot of energy writing spurious lies, maliciously attacking the open door policy of the president, throwing in false figures, stating that we have got 85,000 Chinese when we only have 25,000, and these are in the mining sector. And these are here at the behest of the president, as he has stated that Zimbabwe is open for all.
That is wrong. Zimbabwe should not be open for all. What do you mean open for all? Zimbabwe must be open for business people, not for all. Because if you are going to be bringing every junk in the country just because you are saying open for all, these are not business people. These are thieves. These Chinese are thieves. They are just coming to loot our mineral ore, and they are carrying it raw as it is to China. And you, Zanu PF people, you don't even have an account of what these people are taking from our country. You don't even care because you are just being given kickbacks. All that you need are kickbacks. Kickbacks over people that are looting billions. And you are getting breadcrumbs and you don't care. Shame on you, Zanu PF people. You think we are asleep. You think we don't know. We are the Zimbabweans that are living in Zimbabwe, and we are seeing these Chinese every day. For you to want to come here and want to lower that number and say it's 25,000 instead of 85,000, it's just myopic. It's myopic. And it just shows how little or small-minded you are, Zanu PF people, especially Farai Marapira. You are not even ashamed of lying with a straight face. You are liars. Simple. You have allowed the Chinese and opened doors to Chinese to come and loot. And they are not paying peanuts to our Zimbabwean people. And yet they are looting billions. And in Mimi, you are also just getting peanuts from them. But you don't care because you don't love Zimbabwe. You are not for Zimbabwe. You hate Zimbabwe and you hate Zimbabweans. And that is the truth. Shame on you, Zanu PF.
So these malicious attacks need to stop. These attacks at trying to circumvent our natural progression, which is what we are aspiring for as a people, they need to stop. We cannot expect educated economists to be giving out articles which are less than bar talk or pillow talk. We need reality. We need to speak true figures. Eddie Cross cannot defend the $30 billion claim on diamonds that he made. I would love to see that day. Eddie Cross cannot defend the ranking he put on our chrome deposit. He can't do that. So we need to stop developing thoughts of xenophobia.
So can you see now, they are hiding behind xenophobia. And Eddie Cross, what he's talking about, he knows the stuff. The issue of chrome, we know the chrome that is being looted. And it didn't start today. So for Farai Marapira to want to speak to us as Zimbabwean people as if we started living in Zimbabwe today, we know what Mnangagwa has been doing ever since he was minister. So you shouldn't pretend to be what you are not. It's shameful.
We need to welcome all who want to come and develop Zimbabwe with us. The president has said Zimbabwe is open for all. Zimbabwe is open for business. We are pursuing an open door policy for all across the world to come and enjoy. And we invite any and all to come and enjoy the resources, to come and enjoy the hospitality, to come and enjoy the beauty and the opportunity that is Zimbabwe.
Shame, shame. You know, it's very, very sad for our country, very sad. And I'm telling you, these people must just go. Zanu PF people, enough is enough. What they've done to our country is enough. And I think it's high time that these guys must just go. Because, we are so tired of people that are lying through their teeth every day. They are not even ashamed. They can lie from January 1 to December 31. They don't care. I don't know what kind of fathers, what kind of parents these people are. How can you leave your family really to go and to do work, and your work is to go and lie? Like, really? That you are employed to lie? Like Farai Marapira. You deny things that are just in the public domain. You deny things that are just clear as day, and everyone knows it. We don't want these Chinese in our country. They must go. Zimbabweans can enter into that mining business and can mine and can come up with investments that have working mines, real mines that are working. Kwete chikorokoza chirikuitwa nemachina vachichera mariver banks, vachichera makomo, and then you call that investment while you are destroying and degrading our natural resources and our land. Shame. We need to fight this. We need to see Zanu PF gone, and Zimbabwe must be freed. Our country has suffered at the hands of these myopic people and greedy, selfish people. Our fight is that Zimbabwe must be freed. Let's continue to pray for Zimbabwe. Let's continue to put pressure. Let's continue to expose Zanu PF. And one day, our freedom is coming. And our freedom is not far from now. God is in it, and our freedom is coming. Remain blessed.